Hi children, today I am going to explain about electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Write the side heading, all of you. Electron affinity, or electron gain enthalpy. Simple shortcut is EA. Simply EA, electron affinity. Sir, what is electron affinity, sir? In last class, I explained about ionization energy. Ionization energy means for removing the electron required energy. Simply. Now, electron affinity means for adding electron. After adding the electron, that as the gaseous atom releases energy. We expected, but it is two types. Two types means there is two possibilities are there. Sometimes it releases energy, sometimes it required energy. Two cases are possible. In which cases energy is required? That is important. Okay, Nandi? Right. All of you write the definition. Write the definition. Write the definition, all of you. Amount of energy is released or required by adding an electron to the gaseous atom. This is the definition of electron affinity. See the example. For example, this is A, this is one atom, this is gaseous atom. Now add one electron. Add one electron means first electron. Then it is considered as EA1. It is converted as A minus. So, simply it is represented as delta H is equal to negative or delta H is equal to positive. Two possibilities are there. So, when energy is released, when energy is absorbed, I will explain now. See this. Delta H is equal to negative for normal elements or atoms. Okay, this is not a problem. See this example. Delta H is equal to positive for, this is very important. Just you must remember one exceptional case. Remaining is only energy is released. So delta H is positive for stable elements and anions. Okay, Nandi? So stable elements means either fulfilling electronic configuration or half-filling electronic configuration. So fulfilling or half-filling means they are already stable. Already stable means they don't want to take the electrons. Because if you take the one more extra electron means it lost the stability. So no element change their stability electronic configuration to unstable electronic configuration. That's why they are not interested. But if you apply to give the electron to that element, amount is required. Generally, what is the process? What is the normal process, sir? This is one element, sir, or atom, sir. If we add one electron to this one, it must be released. It must be release the energy. But the problem, if this element or atom is stable, it does not take any electron. Because electron is not required this one. Why? It is already stable. So in that particular case, if you add the electron, it not accept. That's why you have to push. Means energy is required in this case to enter this extra electron is added to this one. That is the first case. Okay. Second one, anions. Sir, why anions are not releasing energy, sir? Anion means, see all of you. This is one element. If you add one electron, it is converted as A minus. It is converted as A minus. Now, if you try to add one more electron, already one extra electron is added initially, first electron. That electron does not give chance to come to another electron. I will tell in my style one story. A is a parent. A is a parent. They have 500 crores property, but no babies. Means no children. Okay, so they adopt one electron, means one baby here. Then it is converted as A minus. Now this total properties belongs to that child, that kid only. That 500 crores property belongs to, because he is the son now. Now if the parents try to take one more electron, this electron not accepted. Why? If one extra electron is coming, this 500 crores property share for the two kids. Are you understand, Nana? Right. That's why anions means already entered, already added electrons present. Those electrons are not give chance to coming another electron. That's why they repel the electrons. In this case also, if we add the electron, energy is not released. Required the energy. So these two cases are important. For the remaining elements, always energy is released. Okay, ready? Right. Next one. Units. Same ionization energy units only. Electron volt per atom. Kilocalorie per mole. Kilojoule per mole. These are the units. Right? Next one. Now listen. Electron affinity can be calculated indirectly. There is no direct calculation, okay, like electronegativity. Indirectly from Born-Haber cycle. Sir, what is Born-Haber cycle? Listen carefully. Na is a solid material and chlorine is a gaseous material. These two are involved in the chemical bonding to give NaCl solid, means salt. In this process, some amount of energy is released, that is delta H. Actually here delta H is negative. Delta H is negative. And in this process, some amount of energy is released, that is delta H. This is one step process. But this reaction not completed in one step. Why? For NaCl formation, Na plus and Cl minus is required. It is an ionic compound. That's why Na plus and Cl minus is required. So first this Na solid is converted to Na gas, because there is no chance for converting solid into Na plus. Only we can convert plus losing electrons or gaining electrons only in gaseous state. So first convert the solid into gaseous state. After that, this Na gas is converted to Na plus gas, means losing electron. Cl2 means Cl bond Cl. Cl2 means Cl bond Cl. We want only one chlorine. That's why first dissociate, break the bond. So after breaking the bond, we get the only chlorine, only one atom. This chlorine atom is converted to Cl minus. Okay, this Na plus and Cl minus both are combined together to give finally Na plus. So NaCl solid. Okay, ready? Now the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps are involved. This is single step, this is several step. First one, Na solid means this is called Na solid to gas and this is sublimation energy. Or this one taken as delta H1. Na gas is converted to Na plus and this is ionization energy. And this is taken as delta H2. Next, chlorine gas is converted to only chlorine means dissociation. That is called dissociation energy. This is taken as delta H3. Next, chlorine gas is converted to Cl minus means it is electron affinity. This is taken as delta H4. Finally, these two are combined together. It gives NaCl means it is called lattice energy. U means lattice energy, and it is taken as delta H5. Simply here delta H is equal to delta H1 plus delta H2 plus delta H3 plus delta H4 plus delta H5. And one more, we can write delta H is equal to Delta H1 means what, Anna? Sublimation energy. Sublimation energy means energy is required in this case. So this is positive plus. And second one, delta H, that is ionization energy. It is also plus ionization energy. Next one, delta H, this is dissociation. Dissociation means it is also positive. Dissociation energy. But in this case, Cl is converted to Cl means electron affinity present in negative value. So this is minus A. And in this case also, after combining these two energy is released. So it is minus U. In this one, electron affinity value we have to calculate. So remaining all these values are given in the question, in the problems. So we can calculate the electron affinity. So this is the Born-Haber cycle for calculating the electron affinity. Okay, Randy? Completed Born-Haber cycle. Now some important points, MI points, most important points. Listen carefully, Nana. This is A. If you add one electron here, then it is called A1. So if you add first electron, that is the A1. Then it is converted to A minus. Add second electron, that is called A2. A2 minus. Okay, Randy? Now what is the relation between EA1 and EA2? I already told you. In this case, EA1 is positive. EA1 is positive and EA2 is negative. Why? Because first this is neutral atom. So for neutral atom, if you add one electron means it is converted to A minus. But second electron you add to A minus, this is anion. For anion, always energy is required. So delta H is positive. Are you understand, sir? So delta second one is positive means sorry. This is negative. This is positive. So according to electron affinity, we expect electron affinity value means that is negative. Except some cases. Means some cases means stable elements and anions. That's why the important point is here. EA1 is always greater than EA2. Why? EA1 always greater than EA2. Why? Because EA2 is positive. EA2 is positive value. Okay, Nana? And one more important point. This EA1 plus EA2 value is also equal to positive value. Because for example, EA1 value is minus 10. EA2 is the plus 24. Then what is the total value? Plus 14. That's why the total of the EA1 EA2 is also positive value. Okay, Randy? Right. This is very, very important. Next, second one, very, very important. Relation between IE and EA. Ionization energy and electron affinity. Sir, see this. This is one element. This is converted as A minus. Means adding one electron, that is EA. A is converted to A minus means adding one electron. So adding one electron means that is electron affinity. Now this A minus is converted to A. A minus is converted to A means removing one electron. That is ionization energy. In this case, electron affinity of A is equal to ionization energy of A minus. And keep in mod. Mod means we must be take only positive values because electron affinity value is negative sometimes. That's why take only mod means only positive values. What it indicates, Nana? Listen carefully. How much amount of energy released for conversion of this one? Same amount of energy is required to remove that electron. See, this is one element. For adding electron, for example, this is one electron. This one electron is added to this element. Then 100 kilocalorie per mole of energy is released. Now for removing this electron, same amount of energy required. Same amount is how much energy is released in the addition of this one? 100 kilocalorie per mole. Same amount of energy is required to remove this electron. Okay, sir? That is the explanation here. Right? Not only this one, write two more for about this one, but don't confuse. EA of A plus, same mod EA of A plus is equal to EA of A plus means adding one electron for A plus. Adding one electron for A plus means is converted to A. So A is converted to A plus means IE of A. Okay, Nandi? Okay, one more. EA of A2 plus. EA of A2 plus means adding one electron. Then it is converted, A2 plus is converted to A plus. Now remove that electron, that is IE. IE of A plus. Same values. Write down all of you. Okay, Nandi? Third point in MI. For any element, IE1 is greater than EA1. IE1 is greater than EA1. IE1 is, for example, A. This is A. For removing one electron from this A, how much amount of energy is required? For example, that is 100 kilocalorie per mole. Now, adding one electron for this one, A separately. Take two. This is one A. This is another A. For converting A into A plus, this much of energy is required. Now, converting A into A minus. In this case, only 80 minus 80 kilocalorie per mole energy is released. So for any element, IE1 for removing the first electron or adding the same first electron, IE1 value is higher always than EA value. Okay, Nandi? Right. Now next one, variations in periods and groups. Sir, in periods atomic size is decreases. From left to right, atomic size is decreases. Atomic size is decreases means starting big atom, last small atom. For big atom, electron is required, or for small atom, electron is required. For small atom, electron is required. Why? Bigger atom, they remove the electrons. Heavy persons go to running or jogging. Weak persons take food. Okay, Nandi? Healthy food, energetic food. Why? They want some body fitness. Already heavy persons like Hulk, they lose the body because just maintain fitness. They release the energy. So release the electrons. I understand, sir. So bigger size means they give the electrons. Smaller atoms take the electrons. So very simple. So left to right, atomic size decreases. So electron affinity is increases. Means if you give one electron to smaller atom, it releases more amount of energy. Why? It require electron. Come here. Starting bigger atom. No, not interested to take the electron. Why? It is already fat. I don't want. Why? Go. I don't want. Because the point is here, if you try to give the electron, that element, that atom will give the energy, release the energy. Not interested. Okay, sir? That's why in periods, ionization energy is, electron affinity is increases because atomic size decreases, nuclear charge increases. But here exceptional conditions are there. What are the exceptional conditions, sir? Listen my explanation neatly, all of you. Nana, listen carefully, Nana. First period, no problem. First period, what is the first period, Nana? Hydrogen, helium, Hello Masharu, helium is the most helium is the noble gas. So noble gas means stable. Stable means it is not release the energy, it requires the energy. That's why this is the atom, no doubt at all. Right? Come to the second period. Very interesting orders, these are all. Very interesting orders. Second period. What are the second period elements? Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. So among these, which are more stable? Generally, we expected order is this is the expected order because from left to right, electron affinity increases. This is the order we expected. Because size increases, electron affinity increases. But the problem is beryllium. Outermost electronic configuration is 2s2. 2s2 means already fulfilling. Only one box is there, that box is filled with 2 electrons. And nitrogen, 2s2, 2p3. 2p3 means half filling. P contains 3 boxes, 3 single electrons are present, so half filling. Half filling or fulfilling electronic configuration containing elements are more stable. Come to the neon, allow beta 2s2, 2p6, 2s2, 2p6. That's why these 3 are very stable. Okay, Randy? Right? Listen carefully, Nana. That's why these 3 shows positive. Already stable means they are not releasing the energy. That's why in this order, beryllium coming first, next neon, because beryllium and neon, these 2 are fulfilling. Next to nitrogen, this is half filling. And these 3 shows delta H is equal to positive. Okay, these 3 last place. Now which are shows more, Nana? Now comes to here. Lithium, boron. Actually lithium 2s1. Boron 2s2, 2p1. So which one releases more amount of energy? That is very interesting. We expected boron shows more electron affinity, but not boron, lithium. Why? Only one electron is required to get the stable electronic configuration. Just only one electron is required to get the stable electronic configuration. That's why it releases more amount of energy. Because electron is required here. Very important here for this one. But here, if you take one electron, 2p2, it is not fulfilling, it is not half filling. 2p3, okay. 2 electrons, adding 2 electrons means it gets the stable electronic constant, that is 2p3. That's why in that problem, boron next lithium. Okay, ready? What is the reason, sir? This is 2p1, this is 2s1. Okay, Rana? Remaining no problem, Rana. Boron lithium completed. Next, carbon, oxygen, fluorine. This is the second period order, right? Similarly, third period also shows same trend. What is the third period? Sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. Magnesium 3s2, phosphorus 3p3, argon 3p6. Very interesting, Anna, here. Very interesting. We expected starting magnesium, next argon. Okay, these 2 correct, Anna. Why? Delta H is equal to positive. Hello, sir, you made a mistake, sir. Where is the phosphorus, sir? Wait a minute. The reason is next to aluminum, because this is 3s1, this is 3p1. So next to aluminum, next to sodium. Okay, Randy? The reason is this is 3p1, this is 3s1. Same explanation. Okay, sir. Next, phosphorus. Why? In the phosphorus, 3p3, it contains 3D also. That is very empty. But in nitrogen, 2s2, 2p3, there is no 2D. because it is n is equal to 2 shell. In n is equal to 2 shell, only 2s 2p is present, there is no 2d. If any extra electron is given any person, there is no, for example, if you add here, it lost the stability. So if another orbital is present, accommodate in that orbital. So that such type of possibility is not there. But here in phosphorus, it is belongs to third shell. n is equal to 3 means 3s, 3p, 3d is also present. So 3d, empty, write down all of it here. Empty 3d orbital is available. That's why it takes the electron and release the energy. Because for accommodation, one place is available here. Extra place is available here. Next, remaining elements, silicon, next sulfur, next chlorine. Okay, Nandi? This is the explanation about periods. Next, in groups. Generally, groups from top to bottom sizes increases. I already told you, small size take the size elements or take the electrons and release the more amount of energy. Bigger size not interested to take the electron. That's why no need. They will not give to release the energy. So very simple. So from top to bottom, electron affinity is decreases. The reason is because atomic size increases, nuclear charge is decreases. Okay, Randy? Right. Here also exceptional conditions are there. Very, very important, those exceptional conditions here. Generally 1A, 2A, no problem. What is 1A group? Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. No need to write francium because radioactive element. So ionization electron affinity decreases. No problem. For 2A also no problem. What is that one? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium. Here also decreases. Up to here no problem, Nana. But from third A to these are exceptional conditions. Third A, fourth A, fifth A, and sixth A, seventh A. That is, what is third A? Boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium. What is fourth A? Carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. Fifth A, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Seventh A, so sixth A, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Seventh A, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, acetylene. Okay, Nandi? In those, this is important. This case is important. Why? This is second period elements. These are third period elements. Second period means n is equal to 2 means only 2s 2p is available. But in n is equal to 3 means 3s 3p 3d also available. 3d also available. So boron 2s2 2p1, aluminum 3s2 3p1. If you give that, these are all very small in size. In a group, this is small, biggest. Okay, so very small in size. Small in size means if you give one electron, that small space means for accommodation of that electron is very difficult. And the electron ఆ చిన్న ప్లేస్ లో పెట్టడం చాలా కష్టం అవుతుంది. Okay, that's why it is interest to take, but there is sufficient place is not available. But comparing with boron, aluminum is not bigger, but comparing with small means that is due to 3D. కొద్దిగా పెద్దది కాబట్టి it is a possibility to take the electron and give the accommodation to that electron and releases more amount of energy. Not only these two, up to here same explanation. 2D not available here, 3D available here. That's why they take the electrons easily and releases more amount of energy. Okay, Nandi? The reason is no 2D. Empty 3D is available. Empty 3D is available. Okay, Nandi? That's why the order is actually we expect this type of order. This is the order stalling. Next. Yes. Okay, Nana? In those also few exceptional conditions there I will give now. Okay, Nandi? Right. Write down. Say this. Important points. 68. Generally I given one order to you. First oxygen, next sulfur, next decreasing tellurium, polonium. So sulfur to polonium, okay. Actually after sulfur we expected oxygen, but due to the compact structure, it's a different structure, it shows the very less electron affinity. That is the reason. Okay, second one no problem here. Very easy. This is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. This is the order. So chlorine highest, next to fluorine, bromine, iodine. So no problem. These two exceptional means exceptional most important orders. Next, factors. If atomic size increases, electron affinity decreases like ionization energy. If atomic, that's why these two are inversely proportional to each other. Small size, more electron affinity. Big size, small, less electron affinity. Same, screening effect. If screening effect is increases, atomic size is also increases. So atomic size increases means electron affinity decreases. That's why if screening effect is increases, electron affinity decreases. Next, if nuclear charge is increases, atomic size is decreases. Atomic size decreases means electron affinity increases. So nuclear charge and electron affinity, these two are directly proportional to each other. And I want to explain to you low electron affinity for stable half-filled and full-filled electronic configuration elements. I will explain to you. Low or positive. Next, S, P, D, F. S small size, P biggest. For same n means don't compare with same n means for example 4S, 4P, 4E, 4F. For this is the order, but don't compare it with 4D, 9S like that. Okay, these two are n values are different cells. So values also different. We cannot compare directly. Okay, Andy? That's it for same n values. This is the order. And finally, highest electron affinity element in the periodic table is chlorine. Sir, what about least, sir? We cannot express. Why? Noble gases shows only positive values. Or positive, also sometimes we use 0. Okay, that's why we only, not only on text, in most of the textbooks given highest electron affinity means that is only chlorine. So many members expected the fluorine. But fluorine and chlorine, there is fluorine contains 2D, no 2D, but chlorine contains 3D. That is the reason. And in metals, which in metals, because chlorine is a non-metal. In metals, which element shows or which metal shows highest electron affinity means AU. AU means gold. Okay, sir. This is about electron affinity. Right? Write each and every point in your CW book neatly. Okay, Andy? Thank you very much.